Yo, what's happening, folks? X-Boy Now One here. We're back with some Madden 19 information. Shout out to Eric Rayweather. He posted some Madden Ultimate Team information, which got the Twitterverse all a buzz looking at some of these cards that are coming out once the game launches. And I'll be making more videos about this as we progress as well. But today we'll be focusing on the team captains. And I went ahead and cut up some stuff from the video. I'm not going to react to the video. I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my opinion on some of the best team captains that you should invest in early on. Now, first things first, none of these cards are free. I could clickbait this. Shout to Zerk, love that man, but I could clickbait this and say they're free. They're pretty much not free unless they give you a lot of training points at the beginning of the year to get your 75 overall to a 90. Now, for those that don't know what I'm talking about, if you want to upgrade cards this year, you're going to have training points. To get training points, you're going to have to quick sell items in the game. Because as of right now, if you quick sell an item, you no longer get any coins. You don't get the 25 coins, the 50 coins, the 100 coins. You get training points, which we'll discuss on the podcast how I feel about that. But that's how you go about getting training points. And to get training points, you got to quick sell cards. To get the cards, you got to pull packs. Or get cards from solos and get rid of those as well. So it's not going to be free. But you can upgrade a 75 overall captain to a 90 overall. You got one of four choices. There's a Ray Lewis, there's a Jerry Rice, there's a Shannon Sharpe, and I forgot the last card. Who's the last card? And there is a Michael Strahan. Now I'm going to go ahead and rank these guys from 4 to 1, show you guys which one I would do. And let's go ahead and start with number 4 on this list, a card that I probably wouldn't know I was a fan of this team. And unless that chemistry he has on his card is a game changer. At the number 4 spot, we're going to go ahead and place Michael Strahan there, mostly because he's kind of the least best option out of the 3 that are available. Now, once we see how situational pass rusher works, this card might actually be coveted, because if it's third and long or third and it's like a passing down, maybe he gets automatically aggressive pass rush and gets to the quarterback. We just don't know how that ability works, because in this year's Madden 18, they did not put it on any card. No card in this game had situational pass rusher, whereas this card at launch is going to have it, and not too many cards are going to have secure protector. So if this thing is glitchy, he may shoot up on my list as well. So we're not going to go ahead and make this list final, but this is what we got as of right now without actually testing out this particular ability. But 77 speed is not trouble coming off the edge. Be faster than most tackles, faster than most guards who play him inside. He does have that 85 block shit, which leaves a lot to be desired. Like, you really want at least high 90s block shit, not high, like low 90s block shit as well. That probably could be increased to maybe 87, maybe 88. I don't think EA, as of right now, has a plan for +3 chemistry on launch. Talking to Jake Stein at EA Play, I was going to say on the podcast, that's coming up soon. But at EA Play, I was talking about when we see more +5s, +6s, +7s on chemistry. He said if it calls for it and we got room for it, we'll make it happen. But they didn't really have any plans to make these boosts go up as much as they did back in Madden 17, Madden 16, stuff like that. So unfortunately, he might only get to 88 block shit at max, but that's still pretty solid. It's still pretty solid. So he's a fast speed pass rusher, which you can choose his chemistries on. He just comes at 4 on my list because I do not know how situational pass rush is going to work. And defensive ends in Madden are notoriously known for not really doing much. He'll contain the run on the outside, but the beta might have gotten tweaked since then, because outside runs when you're playing the beta did not. Anybody could be over there. They were stopping the outside run. So I don't think this card is going to be specially equipped to basically make those plays by himself, even if the game were to get patched and the outside runs only got stopped by high-tier cards, because I don't trust EA's coding whatsoever. So that is why Strahan is number 4 on my list. Solid card, though. Again, you got to put training points into a 75 to get him up to the 90, to choose the chemistries you want and choose the ability. Well, actually, I think the ability might be stock. I thought that the ability on these cards would be on them based off a certain ratings threshold, and it doesn't look like that's the case. Unless situational pass rusher comes on a card when he has 90 or better power move or 90 or better finesse move. We'll see how those work. I was looking forward to not too many cards having abilities, and in the first damn week of the game, we're gonna have a lot of cards with abilities. Now, number 3 on my list is kind of a tough decision because this spot, 1, 2, or 3 can pretty much go back and forth depending on what you do on your team, whether you pass the ball a lot, whether you run the ball a lot, whether you like your defense playing better. Like it's pretty much a lot of tough choices at this 3rd spot. But the reason why I got Shannon Sharpe here over the other 2 is simply because they gave him Energizer. Obviously, I think you can change it, but we'll find out later on. I don't know how this is gonna work because I don't think anybody in their right mind is gonna want to put Energizer on a tight end. Like, doesn't make much sense to me at all. I think Playmaker is gonna be the king all be all, and unless you had to hit a certain receiver threshold and he doesn't hit it, or maybe they just wanted to put an Energizer on him to show the variance of chemistry you can put on these cards. If Energizer is what this guy gets when you kim him all the way out to a 90. Or, sorry, not Kim. Train him up all the way to a 90. Yeah, I'm not going to be really happy with that because I kind of want Playmaker on a tight end because that makes the most sense in my humble opinion. But 82 speed at tight end, again, Antonio Brown's free 89 pre-order card has 84 speed. So we have an 82 speed tight end, 2 points lower than Antonio Brown. It's pretty crazy. One of the best receivers in the league is 2 ticks faster than Shannon Sharpe. Obviously, it's being bad, but you get what I'm saying. It's kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, my man has really good catching stats. Not as good as the guy that we have above him, but he's going to be a solid tight end. The best thing about this card is his 80 run block. We got to see his impact block, though. Because impact block of the tight end is more important than run block because when you're moving, that is when you actually get that impact block pancake stuff. And if it's low on him, run block's not going to matter at all. So look for impact block on your tight ends and your receivers this year, and you'll see a major difference. Unless your opponent presses a lot, but usually tight ends go to the 2nd level or at least get a running start to go pancake somebody. So run block, unless you're running stretch plays, doesn't actually seem to matter too much. But regardless, that's why Shannon Sharpe's at number 3 on my list because he has Energized on his card, and that is not a good chemistry for a tight end. And if you guys disagree, man, fight me. Number 2 on my list is going to be team captain Ray Lewis. And after playing the beta, you're going to want secure tackle because early on, I think we're going to see a huge shift in the running game because running to the outside is not as easy as one would hope. I may be tripping, but I'm pretty sure I talked to a lot of people about it. I talked to Gut Fox, talked to Vic, and the outside runs weren't like crazy OP, but the inside runs worse. So you don't want a linebacker on your team that can clog up the middle and go against those bruising backs like Derrick Henry or Leonard Fournette or LeGarrette Blount. You want a big, well, you don't want a big linebacker. You want somebody with secure tackler to nullify what they can do with the ball. And getting somebody with secure tackler early on is going to be game changing just because it's not going to allow your opponent to get those extra yards because of a broken tackle. So at least you have one of these guys that you can rely on that makes tackles consistently. And I still think the move is going to be to build your team around everybody with secure tackler because that was so OP last year. Kind of broke the game, mostly because it really wasn't fun running the ball because they turn on aggressive tackle, click on, hit stick, fumble the ball, and it just didn't make much sense. So with the fake outs being less and less and with broken tackles being more prevalent early on, secure tackle is going to be something that I would look to make sure I have on my team day one for defensively. So this is obviously the better defensive card than Michael Strahan, but you can only choose one. And if you're going to get stuck with a card all year long that has the potential to get upgraded, the best card is going to be this Jerry Rice. That's why I got him at number 1 for the team captain list. This Jerry Rice, 87 speed, solid. 91 catching, 91 route running short, 91 medium route running, and then the deep 86, which is just deep posts and comeback route, something like that. But yo, this card looks fantastic, but the main reason why he's number 1 is having Playmaker. If you guys haven't played against somebody who's a playmaker or abused yourself, you're missing out. Playmaker is one of the most OP abilities on the offensive side of the ball that Madden has had probably in a minute. Because like you will look at like Battle Ready or you'll look at Secure Protector. Like there's not too many abilities that actually make an immediate impact on your team. Playmaker does. You can literally be running a drag route. A guy could be underneath the drag route about to pick you off. He press up on the thumbstick, the man goes up the field where you want him to go, and then the user's out of sorts, and it's an easy completion every single time. And having that early on in this game is going to be super huge because a lot too many guys are going to have high agility, high speed users. You're going to have a lot of tall guys out like Leonard Floyd, Anthony Barr, guys like 82, 81 speed, but they're going to just be tall. They're not going to be guys that you can pretty much shift back and forth with. And having playmaker to kind of disrupt their user ability is going to be something that is going to help you win a lot of games early on. So if you got the trading points, you got the cars, you don't need them. I don't know how many points it's going to take. I know Eric Rayweather said it's going to take, what did he say? Let me make sure I get this correct. Eric Rayweather said, it's not very hard, especially if you're a pack puller in regards to getting training points. That is the caveat. It's not very hard if you're a pack puller. So if you don't pull packs, you're not going to be able to boost these cards up unless you get a lot of trading points from EA and also a lot of trading points from the cards you get from solos that you're not going to use. It's going to be crazy. So I don't know how many points it's going to take. It's going from a 75 to a 90 is going to be, I think it's going to be a lot. And so I guess we're going to wait till the game comes out to see, or maybe wait for a YouTuber to come out and explain it. Because as of right now, nobody's explained trading point system. Like, nobody has put a video up. I mean, it's only been one day, granted. But nobody has a video explaining the training point system, which is what EA's building their entire game around. The training point system is what their whole Madden Ultimate Team is being built around, and nobody's explaining it in video format. That kind of worries me a little bit. But that's my list for the best captains to get. Post down in the comment section below which team captain you guys are going to be getting. Because even though my list is not final, it's going to change. We'll see how these things change. I think Michael Strahan has the potential to be the best, just based off situational pass rusher, and just if it's aggressive pass rush on third downs and third downs only, whoo, that could be mighty glitchy. But it's been your boy Texas. We got more videos coming out from Madden 19, so stay tuned. Catch you guys in the next one.
They say money can't buy your happiness, but I swear to God, it's a good down payment. Trying to stuff so many binges in my pocket, you would swear that I was out here trying to drown Franklin. I was bred in the slums, got fed up with crumbs, now you don't play a pound cake. Told me money was a root of all evil, but I swear to God, I ain't never found safe.